Sabrina Fallah is a rock artist from Ottawa, Ontario, here in Canada. A natural on stage with her polished vocals and guitar playing, this talented singer-songwriter has a powerful voice and a lot of personality. Sabrina has already made a name for herself by performing wherever possible over the years. She performs widely in Ottawa, Toronto, and extensively in Central Canada. She has entertained audiences at various Canadian and international venues and festivals, as well as charity events. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Sabrina recently to talk about her beginnings and some of the people she's worked with. Sabrina, welcome to Q108 Kingston. Now, first of all, I just have to say, loving your video updates on Facebook, showing the house, giving updates on what's going on in your life. Nice touch to let the fans know more about you and interact. How did that come about?
Well, I just found out about this Facebook Live, and I see that a lot of people are using it, so I decided to try it, and it's really fun seeing a lot of the people coming on to watch you talk, and I am interacting a lot, and because of that, I'm planning to do it once a week and to get more followers and viewers. So yeah, it's fun.
That's great. I mean, I wish more bands would do that because, you don't get that personal touch. Well, obviously with, all the mainstream bands and stuff like that. And I think it's cool that an artist will go out there and, kind of expose herself and say, well, here, this is me for what it's worth. And I think the fans really appreciate that. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with the usual question. How did you first get involved in music?
How did I first? My cousin is very much into music, and he has a studio, and he plays a lot of instruments. And I used to write stories and poems in grade 4 that led me to play piano at age of 9, and then I grabbed my first guitar at the age of 16. But I've been singing since I was a baby. I've been very musical, and I won my first singing competition when I was 14, and that was when I was like, I want to be a singer. And then when I heard Green Day's American Idiot album, that's when I was like, now I want to be a rock singer. So I just love music. It's my passion, and I hope to do it for a very long time.
That's good. So what instruments do you play?
I play piano and the guitar, but I'm sticking more to guitar right now.
Okay, now is this self-taught or something you took lessons when you were younger? Or?
I would say more self-taught, but I did have lessons at the beginning to learn those simple chords. But then you can just go on the net and learn the chords too. And then I got books and stuff. But I mostly taught myself most of the time. But it's good to get the teacher to show you the basics first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's great. So besides Green Day, then, who are some of your other influences that got you geared towards rock?
Yeah, Bon Jovi and Billy Idol.
There you go. Can't go wrong with those two. Now, a lot of people do, that I've talked to or I've seen, compare you to Joan Jett quite a bit, too. Now, does that bother you?
No. I think it's because of my Frontline song. I guess they hear some of the Joan Jett in that song, but it's interesting because I don't really listen to Joan Jett. I more listen to Green Day and Bon Jovi and Billy Idol, but I don't mind. She's amazing. She's a very good artist. I don't mind at all. Okay. But it's cool that they hear her in my voice. But it's cool.
That's great. Okay. Your first collection of songs was released on a self-titled EP recorded in England by one Stewart, who has worked with icons such as Elton John, Led Zeppelin, among others. Now, how did that come about?
Oh, okay. So I can't remember the year when I was in college. I think it was maybe 2009 or 2010. I'm not sure. But I was in the pre-music production program in Algonquin College. And I was just sitting in my producer's class, and we get to speak with different producers once a week. And we were Skyping with Stewart Epps, and I didn't know he could see me. I was in the corner, and the camera was towards the class, but he was asking questions, and I was raising my hand, who writes, who sings, who, plays an instrument. And somehow he just picked me out of the blue just to talk. And then he asked me some questions. And then out of nowhere, in front of the class, he says, could I hear your music? And then I got his email after class, and then a year or so later, I recorded the record. It just happened at the right time, the right day. I was so shocked.
No doubt.
But it does happen. These things do happen, and you don't even know when it's going to happen. So,
how was Stewart to work with?
Amazing. The band was hilarious. And they were making fun of my accent because they're British and and I'm Canadian, and I'm trying to speak, and then I sometimes get that British accent because I'm there. So it's kind of funny, but it was a lot of fun. And the thing I liked about Stewart was he wanted the record to sound the way I wanted it to sound. So he was giving me the chance to be free and to include what I wanted in my songs. So, it was great.
Excellent. Now, you also worked with another big name, award-winning producer Chris Burkett, who produced your single Front Line. Now, Chris has worked with some big names as well, including Peter Gabriel, Quincy Jones, and Sinead O'Connor. Now, how did that collaboration come about?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, I was going to a songwriter's night, SAC, I think, Songwriters Association. And I was looking for somebody to record a song. And I walked into the venue and I met somebody. I forgot his name, but I met this guy. And out of the blue, he says, I know this producer. His heart is in rock. He's perfect for you. He gave me his phone number or his email. Either way, I contacted him. And then right away, he booked me into his busy schedule, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They're great. Yeah.
Now, last February was a special time for you. A year ago, you traveled down to Nashville. So can you? Can you tell us what that trip was all about?
Well, I got the opportunity to go to Nashville, and Nashville was beautiful. It's so nice. I went downtown Nashville. I saw the music scene. There's so many talented people down there. It was wicked. And I got to write songs. I got to record. I got to film my 2 acoustic videos. I even did a photo shoot for my record. So many nice people in the music industry there. Very, very nice people.
Who were some of the people you worked with?
I worked with Dolly Parton's producer.
Wow.
Kent Wells. Yes. He is really, really nice to work with, and he is helpful, and he gave me a lot of good advice, and I'm still using it today while I'm singing and stuff, so it's great.
Good. Now, was that where Kiss is a Killer, the EP, was recorded?
Yeah. Yes, it's a funny story because when the songwriter that I wrote it with thought of the title, and I told him that's the name of the record. Like it just hit me, and that was the first song that got accepted to be recorded. So I was so happy. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So tell us about some of the tracks on Kiss is a Killer.
So there's Stuck Up, there's Didn't Last, there's Paradise Comes with the Price. That's about depression. I just wanted to explain that a bit. And my song Hurt.
Excellent. So where does the inspiration for your songs come from?
Pretty much what I did in Nashville, I brought all my songs that I wrote with me, but I wanted to write it from scratch. I thought that I didn't want to go backwards. I wanted to go forward. So I pretty much wrote about what I was going through or what I knew my friends or people were going through to put it on the record. Pretty much I just thought, I want to write about this, I want to write about that, and it all came out. And it all came out so nicely together. So, yeah.
So what preparations do you do then when you're inspired to write lyrics and then turn them into a full-length song?
I think about what I want to write about. Sometimes I think about the title, or I write the chorus first. It's very different every time I write a song. Sometimes I just write the song and then the title comes out. But I need to be inspired and know what I want to say first. And then I also need my guitar with me so I can strum some chords to help me out, and then it comes out easily.
Now, is there a favorite time of the day or a special place where, you're with your guitar and that's where you get the most creative, or that, to say, okay, I'm going to go into the room now and get creative, or can you do it anywhere?
I can be driving in my car and a melody comes up. I just record it on my phone.
Okay, that's as long as you're not playing the guitar when you're driving. Okay, good.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I know you can't text and drive. I've heard nothing about you can't guitar and drive. So.
Oh yeah, I should try it.
Okay, now you get out to a lot of venues. Now, what would you say the largest crowd is you've performed in front of?
Ooh. I'm thinking here. Ooh. I've done the Ottawa Tulip Festival.
Cool.
And I've done the Youth Day Festival in Toronto, and that's a big crowd. So, and I've done the Blues Fest. I did it for 1 year. So, yeah, I think so. I don't remember my biggest crowd, but the festivals that I perform at it's crowded with people.
Do you get stage fright at all?
I get very anxious to go on stage. So once I'm done the first song, I'm fine. But stage fright, I faced that when I was young on stage. But I don't really get nervous. I get excited. And then I have to calm my nerves down. But I don't know. I get nervous if I have to go in front of a class to do a presentation. But singing is a different thing. It's my comfort zone. So.
Well, that's good. So what are the typical crowd reactions when you're performing?
I've had people sing the cover songs that I'm singing back at me.
Cool.
Which is good for me because they don't know my songs completely yet. But I was singing an Avril Lavigne song and they were singing with me. So I'm glad that they were enjoying it while I was singing it. And it's fun to have them sing back to you. And I've had people scream my name out of the blue. I love that. I try not to focus too much because I'm trying to sing, but I do see people waving and smiling and trying to get my attention. And I love it. And I had somebody once walk by, talk to me, and I had to stop for a second and talk back to them, and I continued. I've done that too. It's fun.
That's good. Well, okay, so here we are into a brand new year, 2017. You've had 2 very successful EPs out. What lies ahead?
I don't know. I'm probably going to write some more songs for my next record, hopefully for next year. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do, perform, and keep doing my thing. And, who knows what's going to happen.
That's good. I like that, day by day.
Yeah, exactly. I can't say anything yet, but things are in the works. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, then that's good. Then the Q108 listeners have something to look forward to. Good.
Oh yes, exactly.
And just to kind of wrap things up here, where can people purchase your EPs?
They can purchase it on iTunes. Sabrina Fallah. I'm on iTunes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Sabrina, listen, I really want to thank you for taking the time out of your hectic schedule and sharing with us an insight into one of Canada's, great rock artists. And I really, really hope to see you in the Kingston area someday.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, this is Sabrina Fallah, and you're listening to Q108 Kingston, where you get the best indie music.
Hurt,